Guys, sick and tired of just seeing everybody succeed with online arbitrage and you're just struggling to pick it up. You're not getting consistent sales. You're getting on listings that keep tanking and you're seeing everybody else on your timeline build out systems, being able to travel while their online arbitrage business is making them thousands of dollars in profit. If that's you, today I'm going to give you guys my 3-pillar process on what changed everything for me, that got me from one of those people that didn't believe in online arbitrage, one of those people that stuck to retail, is very stubborn, I didn't want to get over that online arbitrage learning curve, to one of the people who make multiple 6 figures in profit reselling name brand items on Amazon. My name is Faraj. I scaled to multi 6 figures in profit reselling name brand items on Amazon. I've taught over 100 people how to start and scale their Amazon business, so I kind of understand what it takes to learn online arbitrage and get over that learning curve. And today I'm going to be explaining that to you guys. Let's go ahead and get to the video. So the number one issue that I see most new Amazon sellers make is this: they can't get over ungating, right? Ungating is the hardest thing in the planet for them. The reason why you suck at ungating is because your whole mindset, you're thinking about the wrong thing. You don't want to go and try to ungate brands just for no reason. You want to have a sales first approach. This is an approach that I tell every one of my students to do, because if you want to get good at ungating, you have to understand how it works and you have to understand why Amazon actually ungates products. The reason Amazon gates products to new sellers is because they don't trust sellers yet and they want to make sure that their inventory that they're selling on their platform is actually real, it's not stolen, and they actually have supply chain and they actually have documentation to prove that their inventory is actually real. One of the best ways to approach ungating as a new Amazon seller is just doing the sales first approach. Focus on getting sales first, then worry about ungating the big brands. So the next question you guys are probably gonna ask is, how can I get a sales first approach if I can't get ungated in anything? The issue of that is you guys are going for all these higher brands, these Nikes, Adidas, Legos. You're not going to be able to sell these brands in your first month selling on Amazon. What you want to do is sell the lower brands, the brands that don't even have a presence on Amazon, that let third-party sellers like me and you get on those listings. Plus, auto-ungated brands like Walmart's, Equate, Kirkland's. Those private label brands have listings on Amazon and they don't have a brand presence. You don't even need to get ungated for that. So that's going to be a great opportunity for us to build up sales history with Amazon, and for Amazon to look at our sales and be like, okay, this seller has sold these auto-ungated brands. He's done a good job. He doesn't have any reviews. He doesn't have any returns. His order defect rate is low. Let's make ungating a bit easier for him. And that's exactly how it works. It's an algorithm, just like the buy box, just like everything. So if you approach Amazon with a sales first approach with ungating, you're going to be ahead of 80% of the people, because 80% of the people are just stuck in the Nike, Adidas rat race. So you have to shift your whole mindset. And then once you get some history with Amazon, they're going to let you get on those bigger brands. You have to be patient. The next issue or bottleneck that I see other Amazon sellers face is that they can't find replenishable items. They can't replenish products. You go ahead, you find a nice product, $5 profit, 60% ROI. You send it in, and by the time you send it in, it's already tanked. It's not profitable anymore. Or you send it in, but you only buy 10 units, you try to replenish, and the keeper chart looks horrible. You can't sell it anymore because so many sellers have got it on the listing. The reason that happens is because you're not manufacturing your margin. The reason that happens is because you don't know how to use Keep a Product Finder. The reason that happens is you're reverse sourcing another seller, this seller is reverse sourcing another seller, and this seller is reverse sourcing another seller, and this seller is reverse sourcing you. You guys are in this little circle and everyone's just reverse sourcing themselves. So it's you hop on a product, you reverse source somebody else, you hop on a product, 2 weeks, sells out, tanks, you go to the next product. That's not a sustainable business. And the only way to get over that hump is to actually use Keep a Product Finder, to actually find products yourself. Another mindset shift that I want you guys to make is think about, how hard is this listing to find? If this listing that you reverse sourced off somebody else, that you click it and you find it in 5 minutes, guess what? 100 other Amazon sellers can find it in 5 minutes. So it's going to tank in a month or two and you're not going to be able to replenish it. But on the other hand, if a seller like me that's using Keep a Product Finder, that's using discounted gift cards, that's using subscribe and save, that's using the Easter sale, so you can't even get on it because the Easter sale is gone, you're not going to be able to get my buy cost because our margins are so different. So you're not going to be able to get my buy cost because I did all of that to get ahead of you. And I did my due diligence. I worked on my skill set to actually source that item. So a new beginner Amazon seller wouldn't be able to get on that listing. And even if they were to get on that listing, I have a better buy cost. And if you have a better buy cost, you control the listing. And the third and last thing I want to talk about, the third last pillar, is just building out systems. That is going to take you to those big numbers over there, right? You don't want to be doing everything in the business because you're never going to grow. You never want to work a job in the business. You want to be running your business. You have to fall in love with building systems and you have to fall in love with delegating. But the issue that I see a lot of new Amazon sellers make is they try to delegate something when they're not even good enough to be delegating it. If you can't do something, if you can't source, if you can't keep a product, if you can't manual source good items that don't tank, why are you going to get mad at your virtual assistant for finding items that tank? It just doesn't make sense. And mathematically, it doesn't make sense. So you want to be able to teach things that you can actually do. So the number one thing is build out your skill set. You have to learn something to the point where you can teach it to somebody else. If you can't teach it to somebody else, newsflash, you're probably not good at that thing. So we're going back, work on your skill set. So the reason why building systems is so important is because you'll never be able to compete with the person that has a team of 3 virtual assistants that's doing his returns, that's doing his admin work, that's tracking all of his invoices, their order confirmations. You're not going to be able to compete with him because he learned how to build systems. He learned how to delegate. So the number one easiest way to delegate is get a virtual assistant and teach him how to do product research. Boom, that's just 2 extra business if you actually know how to teach the VA, because you have somebody sourcing for you at the nighttime for 8 hours a day. Imagine if you were sourcing for 4 hours a day, maybe you have school, maybe you're working, boom, you're sourcing for your business, XX, LLC, enterprise, or whatever, that just went up to 12 hours. You just 2x the production of your business. All these tedious tasks, making catch-all emails, making new accounts when you're looping websites, tracking invoices, everything, reaching out to customers for refunds, none of that. You don't have to do any of that. You delegate that to the virtual assistant. You want to focus on doing high leverage tasks, calling out distributors, reaching out to suppliers, sourcing yourself, figuring out loops. That is what you guys want to be doing. That's the only way you're going to grow. The next way of delegating is just getting a prep center. Let's just say you're spending 4 or 5 hours prepping products every single day. You can send that to a prep center, $1.25 a unit. They'll take everything for you. You just bought 4 to 5 hours back of your time that you could be putting into higher leverage tasks. You're probably not there yet. There's going to be a point in your business you're losing money packaging products because it's not worth your time. You could be doing higher leverage tasks. So you have to understand when to do something, when to actually delegate something, and time is money. Time is everything. If you're wasting time, I don't know what you're doing. There you have it, the 3 pillar system I use to generate multi-6 figures in profit reselling name brand items on Amazon. Guys, it's simple, but it's not easy. You guys are gonna have to show up every single day, innovate, learn how to loop websites, learn how to use Keep a Product Finder. My greatest motivation is that when I'm struggling with something, when I'm struggling with getting over the learning curve, I'm like, the person ahead of me, he's dealt with this issue and he's got over it. There's no reason I shouldn't be getting over it too. If you guys are serious about starting and scaling an Amazon business and you guys need extra help, book a call to work with you one-on-one to see how we can scale your business to 10K per month guarantee, or add 10K to your business. If you guys got some value from this video, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Seriously, I answer all comments, so make sure you guys comment anything you don't understand, and I'll see you guys in the next one.